Yo, what's up? This is Alex Chu. I want to talk further about the healing machine that I built, the cell realignment machine. Okay. Now this machine, people ask me, well, okay, exactly what does this machine do? You know, when you okay, hold on, when you realign See, people right now, we are full of scars. You know, it's like we have scars from head to toe, and some scars are big and some scars are small. Okay, the big scars, you know, they become an illness. They become a disease. For example, like asthma. Like I got asthma, right? And what happened is asthma is sort of like there's scar in my throat. Okay, there's scar in my throat, and what happened is these scars, the scar tissue, the cells around the scar tissue are weak, you know. So weak cells are extremely sensitive. They're sensitive to the air. They're sensitive to the stuff that I eat. So imagine, I mean, people with asthma, they still have to breathe every minute, right? They still have to breathe every second. Imagine you have very weak cells in your throat, okay? Every time you breathe, and there's always some pollutant inside the air, right? And every time you breathe, those weak cells have to tolerate these pollutants. And you have to breathe constantly, right? And then eventually these cells, they're just not strong enough to tolerate the pollutants. And also, when you have asthma, you know, the food that you eat, and the food that you eat, or I don't know, shampoo that you put on your hair, or even soap that you wipe on your body, those cells, they're not strong enough to tolerate these chemicals and also the nutrients that you ingest into your body. So what happened is these weak cells in your throat, they eventually fail, and when they fail, the cell would increase in size, you know, and then you start to have inflammation, and then your throat would swell up, and you can't breathe anymore. That's what happened to asthma patients. So basically, it's like they have scar tissue in their throat. Okay, their scar tissue is like this. And now I invented this healing machine, right? This cell realignment machine. What happened is you turn on the machine, and every night, basically, we try to pack their cells back to the way how it used to be. You know, we try to basically push their cells back into the way how they used to be. So eventually, we pack their cells into something like this. You know, to basically pack their cells back to the way how it used to be, to densen the cell structure. And then eventually the asthma would disappear, you know, because once their cells become normal, the cells inside their throat began to tolerate, you know, the pollutants inside the air, the food that you eat, and all the chemicals that you put on your body, then you become normal. You can start to breathe normally again. You know, without my technology, without the cell realignment technology, asthma usually just get worse. You know, it's like, because imagine if your cell is like the cell inside your throat is like this. You know, and if you don't pack them back to the way how they used to be, they just get worse and worse every year. You know, the cells, they just get worse and worse, and then they eventually just kind of, I don't know, they just kind of implode. You know, they implode or explode, and they just get worse and worse. And so people with asthma, they have to constantly use inhalers. They have to ingest like albuterol, or they have to take steroids and stuff like that in order to dampen, in order to dump down their immune system, right? Because imagine if their cells are like this inside their throat, and there's always some germs and viruses attacking this area, so there's always inflammation. And the only way, and when there's inflammation, they can't breathe, right? The only way to dump down the inflammation is to ingest like steroids and stuff. But with my technology, okay, now finally people with asthma, they have a chance to pack their cells back to the way how it used to be, you know? Basically get rid of the scar tissue, and then their cell become normal again. And they can finally breathe, and they can become like a normal person, you know? And not just asthma. It works with all sorts of other things like arthritis, multiple sclerosis, ulcer, anything that has to do with inflammation, or handicap. For example, like I told you, my right eye was damaged, and basically it's right now this machine I'm using, it's packing my eyes back to the way how it used to be. It's basically realigning the cells back to the way how it used to be, but it takes a long time. So at the end, okay, what can my machine achieve? Okay, I mean, what's the goal? What's the final goal? What can this machine achieve? Okay, just think of it this way. Let's say you bought an old car, classic, old car like a '55 Chevy's or something, and then when you bought it, it's all everything is rusted. It's rusted inside out. You open the door and all the carpets, all the sofa, it's all rotted out, and the dashboard needs to be replaced. All the wood trims needs to be replaced. All the windows, they don't open. The engine is totally stalled. You have to overhaul the whole engine, and it's like everything is gone. And you just basically have to restore the entire car from ground up. And my machine, my healing machine, what it does is that, can you imagine it basically realign all the cells in your body. It makes your body perfect again. It basically, it's like you're the car. And then the machine will restore you to the factory condition, the default factory condition. It's like, after using my machine, okay, the end goal, the final goal is you be like brand new. You're a brand new person. It's like you just came out of the factory. You don't have any default on your body. There's nothing wrong with you. There is not a single scar, not a single scratch on your whole body. So you're perfect. You don't have any disease. You don't have any handicap. There is no deficiency on any part of the body, any part of your body. You're not ugly. You're not old. You're just like, you would look like you're 20-some-year-old. You don't have any wrinkles. You don't have any handicap. No disease. Nothing. You're just perfect. It's like you came out of the factory. It's like you're built and engineered perfectly. You just came out of the factory like that. So that's what my machine is supposed to achieve. So without cell realignment, see right now, they don't have this kind of technology. They don't have cell realignment. They cannot the only thing that scientists can do right now is to they attack your immune system. Because what happened is when your cell is not perfectly aligned, they have scars, and virus and germs always attack the scars, and then that would cause inflammation. And the only thing that scientists can do nowadays is to make you take steroids or albuterol or some kind of chemical to dumb down your immune system, so that you feel more normal. But steroids and albuterol, those chemicals are actually bad for you. Eventually, it will destroy your immune system, right? And then you actually suffer a lot more, if you constantly take these kind of chemicals. So basically that's all I want to cover today. Just want to show you how this machine actually works. What happened is, see, this is the capacitor, and these are the resistors, and this is the off delay timer. Okay, and when you use this at night, okay, see, it's supposed to have a cover, but I'm just showing you what's inside. It's supposed to have a cover, and this is the front end of the machine. This is the capacitor. So you use this healing machine at night. Okay, you plug this into the wall, and then what happened is you pretend this is a bed, and you lie down at night. And for example, if I want to heal my eye, or if I want to heal some part of my head, you just put this machine near the head, right? And sometimes you can switch position. You can sort of tilt the machine this way, So you gotta add some kind of stand right here, so that it stand on your bed, Sometimes you can tilt the position so that the capacitor will leak electrons into your body from different directions, a little here, a little there, a little, you kind of tilt the position a little bit from time to time. And then right now, the machine that I built, I set it to, the off delay timer will turn off for 5 minutes and then turn on for 10 minutes. Turn off for 5 minutes, turn on for 10 minutes. So basically the capacitor would leak energy electrons into my body for like 5 minutes, and then stop leaking electrons for 10 minutes, and then leak energy into my body again for 5 minutes, like and so on. Anyway, that's all I want to cover for today. Thank you.